ain't noticed that. I took away my sight. I couldn't see my friends. I could not breathe alone. You helped my lungs expand. Slowly losing my mind over you. Burning like fire and smoking like drugs. You like seeing me hurt, but I bet you ain't noticed that. Notice that. I wake up, get into it. I know that I'm a bad man, nothing to it. I do that, kinda knew that. Don't tell me. I know that we'll be fine someday, my love. Slowly losing my mind over you. Burn them like fire and smoke them like drugs.
Tell me when.
Round 3. Fight!
That's a new trailer. Pretty soon they'll be bringing one of them, so it's gonna be 40 foot. Yeah. Black. All black. With the orange PDP? Yeah. Say slow it down, you sure ain't dropping them in? Toy hauler now.
Music outside, lights.
You got a lift inside?
Yeah, no, that one ain't got that. You gotta pull them over. But
Got
sleeping quarters, shower, bathroom.
Hey,
Hopefully coming soon to the racing side.
oh yeah.
Ready? Alright guys, Friday checkup at the shop. Guys, it's wide open, but just like always. I'm gonna take you around and show you a couple things we're doing. New 6.4 in, we got cab up, doing a complete short block assembly, studs, the whole 9 yards. This guy right here, 7.3, a couple issues on this truck. We're dialing in. One of them is the infamous, not only quarter tank issue, but also, if you look down up in there, you see that whole fuel strainer. That's not ideal. We had a fuel restriction. Once the truck was running, wide open throttle, we was watching fuel pressure drop down to 30, I think it got as low as 32 PSI. Not ideal, but that right there is not a no-go, so we're gonna get this thing sealed back up, and we're stabbing a PHP Hydra in this truck. Get some good custom tuning from Jelly Bill. Here's on a full DVI on this truck, front to back, getting all pictures, everything we need, just a full digital vehicle inspection. This 6.4, waiting on the customer to come down. We got it completely tore down and prepped as far as we can. We're resealing the engine, but as you guys can see, doing oil cooler, you had a giant leak from the oil cooler, you had front cover leak. There's so many leaks on this truck. The only thing that isn't touched is the heads and lifters. It's only got 150K on it. We did look at some of the cam lobes. We don't see really any crazy wear from the ones we can see. So right now we're getting the customer down here to kind of show them why we're recommending just go ahead and pull the heads off and let's reseal the entire engine. Let's do studs, change the lifters out. The lifters are cheap enough, guys. $200 something repair that if you do it now can save you a big cost later. So that's what we're waiting on this guy. Once that's done, we'll get it completed, resealed, put back in. We got some Mercedes stuff for diving. We've got some services, some glow plugs, stuff like that, guys. Can't stress enough, the guys over at Docks, we run a full, we've got a full shelf and we're adding to our inventory every single day. We love these products. We haven't found any issues with them. No leaking filters, no nothing crazy like that. Everything seems to be perfect. So guys, make sure if you guys are doing, DIY stuff at home, your own services, check out Docks filters. They save you money and they're a great product. That's kind of it. It's payday, it's Friday. And I'll be cutting out half a day and letting the guys do their own thing. So that's it. Just want to give a quick update. Ah!
Ain't no half a day.
Yeah, half a day. Me? What did you just say? He said half a day. Look, watch how I see the head coming off and smacking me. Then, see, I do that, wear it out a little bit, and I go to the snap-on guy like, dude, what am I supposed to do with this? I was doing light duty with it. I was doing the oil change. The truck's no longer here, but old 68 come in, old Jasper Trans. We did a BD Screamer and had no issues prior. I think after that BD Screamer, we had to do a rear end. Now, he come in, said he got in one day. Look, customer states that he got in the truck, put it in park or drive, truck went nowhere. Okay. Maybe something happened, maybe something went wrong in the rear end, whatever the situation is. Got the truck towed here, verified that nothing was wrong in the rear end. We had an issue with the trans. Got it up on the lift, got the trans pulled out. We stabbed in a new BD trans, Roadmaster with the, I think it was a Pro Force converter. And once we dropped that trans though, had a broken input shaft. Customer then picked the truck up and lets me know that he was actually towing a stump grinder and showered down on this thing on the interstate to merge. And that's when it broke. Two different stories, man. Two different stories. Also, my biggest question is, why are these things hollow? Why is that hollow? Somebody put that in the comments as to why. I have no idea why they would make that hollow. Yeah. Hey guys, I need to regen my truck. Y'all give me 5, we'll come back and get the water.
Hey, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Jesse so he can get his truck back going.
Like, I wonder what their excuse is on that.
We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe for this guy to get his truck back going too.
Yep.
What if we could start a trend? Yeah. We could get all Americans to get on a ballot to, or I just want to ask that one question. I want to know the scientific / economical whatever question or answer they would give me to how come the U.S. military can have a deleted truck, but an American can't. Well, because All right, guys. So this is Tech Friday. We're going to show some of you 7.3 guys, what to do if you guys are having some issues, might not be able to get to the shop, whatever situation is. This truck's been all over the place, and I guess nobody followed the KISS method. Keep it simple, the rest. But this truck was having some fuel-related issues after the truck was running. So typically what happens is you can prime the fuel system when the truck's running, you're demanding fuel, you start to have a bucking issue, whatever the situation is. Kind of immediately pointed to, kind of felt like a restriction. But as you can see, these are, we call them socks in the tank. These are your fuel, like strainer. There's like little filters that are down in your sending unit in this guy. So not only did this truck have a quarter tank issue where the sunflower broke off, which is also a fuel strainer, but also always make sure that you're checking these guys here. As you guys can see, you cannot see through this at all. This is a screen. you're supposed to be able to get, you know, you're supposed to be able to see through that. You're supposed to be able to get fuel flow through this. This is one sock, and this is the second sock. As you guys can see, you are hardly getting any fuel flow. I mean, you're hardly getting any fuel flow. We keep these in stock because, like I said, it's not often we see amounts of 7.3s, but this is a very common, you know, thing to check for if you're having power issues or whenever you're under a heavy load and the truck's kind of like bogging down or just doesn't feel like it has what it needs. Pull your sending unit, drop the tank, pull your sending unit, check your sunflower, check these little socks, is what I call them. Check these fuel strainers. I'll show you what they're supposed to look like. You've seen before, no light, and it just didn't look right. So I'll get one out right now. This is what it's supposed to look like. See how you can see through that? I mean, I can see out that door over there. That's a no bueno. That's not gonna work. So that's what you're supposed to look like. It's not ideal. Not ideal. So what we do in this situation, we're gonna do a complete fuel system service on it. We're gonna drain all that old fuel out, get all that out the way. I'm gonna put fresh fuel in, make sure the tank's super clean, put some new socks in. We're gonna clean this whole sending unit. We're also gonna back blow all these hard metal lines. What can happen is sometimes these quarter tank, you know, the sunflowers anyway, if they break off, it can suck shit up in there and, you know, cause restrictions. So just because you fix these, you put it back in, you still have a restriction. You just want to make sure all these, you know, feed lines, return lines, generally, you know, your small side, your small line is going to be your return line, big line is going to be your feed line. You just want to make sure all that's clean. You know, you can replace this, or like I said, if it's, you know, repairable, you just need to make sure you're doing your due diligence and blowing this stuff out. Like this one has some debris that's caught up in it. Yeah. So that's what they're supposed to look like. Just a little.